think so, because we are talking about a few great things here. The triangle with think a million, earn a million, net a million, and receive a million. And then, by the way, number 5 is give away that million. So, Peter, you want to take us to the intro of Think a Million?
Yes, I want to. I read this weekend article about a psychologist, Gregory Hansen, that said our brain is like it has two parts, one like Teflon and one like Velcro. And our brain usually attracts the negative like a Velcro, but the positive it pushes away like the Teflon in the pan. Meaning that we are susceptible to the negative influence and negative things about our career and limiting beliefs. We attract that. But the positive things, we tend not to keep that. And we must be aware of that so that we can think a million.
Wow. Yes, Peter. And before you can earn like a millionaire, you must think like one. As you just said, success begins in your mindset. Once again, it's something on the inside that needs to change. It's your beliefs, it's your focus and your standards. A strong mental model creates the confidence and consistency that lead to production. And it makes me think again, the sky is not the limit. Your mind is once again that limit. Here we've got mindset again. I don't know how many times it's going to talk to us about mindset. Is there something that you want to add here, Peter, before we dig into the key concepts of today's session?
I think our whole career is based on mindset. Because if your mindset is not there, your mindset is not correct, your mindset is not focused on, later focused on what you want and how you want to do it, you can just as well give up.
Yes, you're right. You're right. And in the MREA, they talk about how do we build that 20-lane highway for your future. So when Gary and Jay and Dave Jenks wrote this chapter and did the research on this chapter, they specifically thought about the end in mind, your future. What is in 5 years' time? What's going to happen? And Think a Million is our foundation. They talk about Mount Everest in this section. And let's say we are now at base camp. All right, everybody, we are at camp with Think a Million. We can't go to the top if we haven't mastered base camp. What did you think about that story of Mount Everest?
That's fantastic, but because if you don't think your way up to the summit, you'll never get there. You'll stop halfway because you didn't what's his name? Yourself daarvoor.
You didn't prepare. You didn't prepare properly. Yeah. I mean, fail to prepare or prepare to fail.
Yeah.
Which one are we choosing? There's a quote here from one of the top agents that Gary and Jay used for, and Dave Jenks used for their research. This is Elaine Northrop, and she says the following: I learned to use creative visualization. I saw my success. I pictured my life getting much better. The more I made those pictures happen, the more I created a new life for myself. So vision boards are not going to help if you are not internalizing it and already seeing yourself in that car, on that vacation, on that what do you call, in the new house that you want to buy, or in the bank with all of your money number in front of you, when your bank manager tells you, wow, can we start borrowing money from you? I mean, we want to be in that space. You envision yourself already there. Remember, I said last week in our team meeting, walk and talk and think already like that millionaire real estate agent, as if you are already one. Because if your base camp is not, if you are not fully prepared at base camp and you are not following the rules of base camp, what's going to happen on top of Mount Everest? You might not even make it.
Yeah.
You might, in fact, you might die if you are not following the rules of base camp.
Yeah, that's right. That's why Gary said in the beginning, when he was still almost the only person in the office, when the phone rings, he answered it, "National office, good morning," because he visualized the national office with a big company, and there it is today.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a base camp.
Yeah. Wow, Peter. Today's session, I think it's talking to me as well, because we try and be so creative because we think we know everything. We as human beings, I know how to do this, or I know how. Even for myself today, when I prepared in the car, listening to this audible of this specific chapter, it really just made me realize that big why brings us focus and big energy. But we need to keep our focus, and we need to follow the plan or follow the recipe that is in this red book. And I think we must maybe go to the part where they say, okay, how are we going to think? There is 9 ways a millionaire real estate agent thinks. And do you want to take us through that section, please?
Yes. Yeah, Gary said in his book, there's 2 foundational things that is important to us. And that is, first, think your proud big why, and then think big goals and big models. Your big why, and that will give you your big goals and big models. Think small and you get small achievements. Think big and you'll get big achievements.
That's so true. I want to add something there. The way you think determines the ceiling of your success.
Yes.
The way you think determines the ceiling of your success. Okay. Share with us the next one.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Or the next 3, maybe.
Yeah. The first one was think proud by big why. The other is think possibilities, think action, and think without fear. Possibilities, action, and without fear.
And how interesting is this? The first 2, think powered by big why and think the big models and goals, is your foundation of your business. Just what we're talking about, base camp. And what Peter now started the next 3 until number 9 is the supportive thinking patterns that we need. So maybe you can share the rest of the supportive ones, and then we're going to come back and land this plane today.
All right. It built the plan. Right. The next 4 is think progress, because we tend to get stuck where we are, and then think competitively and strategically, and then think standards, and then think service.
I love it.
The fiduciary.
Yes, and we are all high achievers, I believe, in this company. You wouldn't have joined Keller Williams if you are not wanting to go somewhere, if you're not wanting to get that career worth having, that business worth owning.
Yeah.
Limiting beliefs hold your business back more than the lack of skill. You can have all the skills in the world, but your limiting belief can hold your business back.
Yes.
Growth starts when you replace I can't with how can I. Yeah. What do you want to add something here, Peter?
Yeah. Someone asked, is it possible? You must ask, why is it not possible?
Yes. Yeah. And remember that affirmation. If it's to be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
If it's to be, it will be me. If it's to be, why not me?
And act as if it's impossible to fail.
Yeah.
That's a baseline. That's what you prepared base camp for.
Yes, and the millionaire agents thinking focuses on the opportunities and not the obstacles. Don't always go and find the obstacles. I know it's not easy, but this is where you need to reprogram your mind to go and find the opportunities rather than the obstacles. The obstacles is the ones that's keeping you back, that is limiting you, saying that, okay, but now there's something in my way, I can't move forward. If you see the opportunity behind that obstacle, you will go for the opportunity.
And that links to the next one in terms of think action. If you have probabilities, you have action.
Yes.
And Gary said in his book, shut up, get up, and giddy up. And that was something that spoke to me when I read through this the other day.
I love that.
Yeah, that to have results, you have to take action. We sometimes dream about our future, and we dream about our goals, and we dream about a lot of things, but then we get stuck there, and we don't do the action. If you don't do the action, you don't get any results.
I love it. There's a quote here from another one of the mega agents they used to do some research on this book and how they put it together. There's actually 2. I'm going to read both of them. There is no failure. You win or you learn. Either one is okay. I have no fear about calling people or knocking on doors. That is how you make business happen. And that is how I had to change my thinking around lead generation.
Mm.
Wow.
The big thing is not the reaction, the negative reaction that we get from people, but our fear that we will get a negative reaction. And your fear is actually your own fear that you must just sit aside.
Yeah. And so our fear, so you can't have fear and faith. You can't have the two same emotions at the same time. It's either fear or faith. They are opposite poles. Which ones are you choosing? I've got a few questions that I want to ask you. What beliefs about success or real estate might be limiting you? It is something I want to leave with you to go and think about. What beliefs about success or real estate might be limiting me?
Yeah, I think that's something that all of us have to look at. What actually limit myself? What I have in my head to do that?
Yes, and it's here. You must go find it right here. How do top agents think differently about their time and their results? It's something that we really need to go and find and think about. What new mindset will help me approach challenges with confidence?
Because challenges there will always be challenges, but challenges is the medium to grow.
Exactly. That's exactly where you grow. That is where that uncomfortable moment comes. If we move from E to P, entrepreneurial to purposeful, we can also say easy to painful. Painful is that when you have to really get that obstacle out of the way, and you're going to have to go beyond the obstacle. Go beyond the obstacle. Peter, you want to add something else?
No, I just want to say that's where growth.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, the next question I have for you, how can I build daily habits that strengthen a success mindset? Daily habits. Now we go back to that energy plan. That is a habit that you form.
Yeah, habit. They say a habit formed in 21 days, but the easy part is 21 days. The actual part of habit forming is 63 days. Why they call it after 21 days is after the 22nd day, it's easy to give up because you think you've mastered it. But your habit is formed after 2 months. So if you keep lead gen every morning 9 to 12 for 2 months, after that, it's a habit you will not break again.
That's interesting. And I think that is how the 66-day challenge came about.
Yep.
Because there is reason behind the 66 days. And I know there's a sweet spot in the middle, exactly what you say, somewhere in the middle, there's a sweet spot. And that's exactly from about 21 days to 30, I think it's 33 days. Yeah. There's a sweet spot. But you have to go beyond those until 66 days.
In that sweet spot, you think you've got it.
Yes.
But you haven't got it yet.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes. One last question is, who do I need to spend more time around to think bigger? Who you surround yourself with really matters. Get people with like-minded individuals around you. And where you want to go. Spend time with the people that you think, I want to be like this person. This person is going to help me grow. Spend time with those people.
Yeah. Very important. I think something that's quite related to that is watch your mouth, because your mouth is so devastating. Don't talk negative in any way, on any subject, to anyone. Because the more negativity comes out of your mouth, the more negative your brain will be. Put an elastic band around your wrist, and if you want to say something negative, shoot yourself with a plastic ribbon, and that will help sometimes.
Oh, that's actually a good idea to remind yourself of your habits. So let's just go into a little bit of biology or neuroscience. I know we are almost out of time. Your cells in your body, your biology cells are not static, so they can change at any time. Now, if you think negative, they're gonna go negative route, because that's where it starts. It starts here with your cells. If you are going to think positive, your cells will grow positively, healing, positive energy, making your mind more clear and open for new things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Peter, any last thoughts before we land this one?
I want to link your brain is just an organ like your skin and your cells in your body. It's only an organ. Your mind is what controlling your brain and the cells in your body. So if your mind is negative, your whole body becomes negative. So that's how powerful your mind is. Your mind is not your brain. Your brain is an organ. Your mind manipulates your brain. as all other components of your body.
Yeah, all bodies.
Mm.
So just a last word that you can say to yourself. A low achiever will say, can we do that? And a high achiever will say, why did somebody say we couldn't do it? Those are our last thoughts, everybody. Okay. See you tomorrow with Coffee with me and Peter.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
This
Peter.
was very nice. I think it puts you on a path to success.
Definitely. Yeah.